Hello everybody and welcome to the Football Ramble. We're at St James's Park because Champions League football is back. Newcastle United versus PSG. It is a massive game and we are joined by TNT Sports' very own Jules Breach, everybody! Hey! Jules, a pleasure to have you here. The city is buzzing.
Looking at St James's Park, while it's empty, you can almost already sense how crazy the atmosphere is going to be.
Just walking up to the stadium and walking around and coming in, you could feel the buzz.
So we are at the Angel of the North, the beacon of the North East. No matter where you're from in the UK, I think everybody recognises it, and it just symbolises our region, really. It sounds cliche, but genuinely it's in our blood. People, they just eat, sleep, breathe football. We have been through some hard times, and I don't remember the last glamour era of Newcastle with the entertainers and with Keegan.
Keegan's Newcastle in the 90s. It was that excitement that we're talking about the game against PSG. That excitement was there in the 90s. It's here again.
So this is the first shirt that was bought for us, and this was the one that Andy Cole probably made most famous. Biggest memory for me of that time was when we beat Man United 5-0. So that obviously made us think we were going to win everything and be amazing, and I didn't quite realise what I'd signed up to at that point. I think my experience of following the club is very different to these boys.
Obviously we've been brought up in the era when we're always terrible, like we'd celebrate being 10th.
2 years ago, being in the Champions League would have been a dream. It's that thing that you always watch on the telly and you're like, well, if Newcastle were there, you'd be in dreamland.
When you talk about a club like Newcastle, they're always a team and a club with a narrative or a drama around them.
You just felt like there was no hope anymore. There was no vision, there was no structure, and it was just depressing.
We were so stagnated. It was just a team that was just battling to survive every season.
The roller coaster is a perfect way to describe it, from all the highs of the late 90s and the early noughties under Sir Bobby as well, to that period of Ashley, and then you look at now, the success and what we're doing on the pitch, it's just absolutely unbelievable.
People were just glad to have the club in the ownership of someone who actually cared and wanted to take the club forward back to where Newcastle fans think that we deserve to be. When Eddie Howe came in, everyone was saying, oh, he's not a big name, he's not the Hollywood name that you want. But I'll always say he was the best signing that we'll ever make.
Probably a ticket for this game against PSG is the hottest ticket in the city since that Barcelona game.
The kind of glamour, if you like, of the opposition. Basically, all the ingredients are here for an absolute brew, aren't they?
Welcome to Newcastle. The city is absolutely buzzing. They are back in the Champions League.
So you have to use this crowd and really play in the front foot and try and play it in PSG's half. I know that's not going to be easy because we're going up a level this week again.
This is amazing. This is why I was so excited when Newcastle qualified. You think about coming here and feeling this.
When that music comes on as well, or that Champions League music comes on, this place is going to erupt.
It's a night when you just sit back and soak it up. 20 years ago, Jermaine Genius alongside you was in a Newcastle team that played in the Champions League, and these supporters tonight, Jermaine, are going to do this team proud.
Oh wow, what an atmosphere they're creating in here tonight, Flip.
So Champions League football is back at St James's Park and greeted by an enormous roar at kick-off. The famous black and white in Europe's main competition. If they do get out quickly enough, Paris Saint-Germain, they're going to be very, very dangerous. Here's the first touch for Mbappe. Dembele! So close. Touching there by Ugarte. Jermaine, you were just wanting Newcastle to press, but they've got it back now with Almiron, and he'll have a shot from there. Scored from distance at the weekend, but he hit that one at the Paris Saint-Germain goal with not quite the conviction he would have wanted to. There's Marquinhos. Given away by Marquinhos. Isak with the chance. What a save, Donnarumma. Coming up on the follow-up, it's in! Champions League for Newcastle. Miguel Almiron with the goal, and just listen to this place now. Share with a shot. Ooh. Almost perfect. So as always here, responsibility falls on the shoulders of Kieran Trippier. It's not a bad delivery. Oh, it's clawed away by Donnarumma. They're saying handball in there, the PSG players. That might have struck the post. Certainly got a hand as well in there. Oh, what a save, Donnarumma! Did it cross the line? Oh, there's an offside flag up. The VAR is checking the goal.
He's going to go and check it.
Must be. Come on, ref.
Here we go. It's a goal!
Yes! Come on! Yes, make that work! Get in there! I told you!
Come on! Dan Burn for Newcastle! And they double their lead before half-time. And you have to say, it was worth the wait.
Oh my God! Big Dan Burn! It crossed the line! It crossed the line!
Well, the kid from Ashington is a lifelong Newcastle United fan. There is the half-time whistle, which is being celebrated like Newcastle have won a trophy. Miguel Almiron with the first, Dan Burn, local lad, far post header. It's Newcastle United 2, Paris Saint-Germain 0.
We're in dreamland, absolute dreamland.
This was absolutely amazing. I cannot tell you. Newcastle leading at the break 2-0.
Oh my goodness, the atmosphere, the occasion, 2 goals, the place is absolutely bouncing on. I said, get a still of that. Newcastle United 2, Paris Saint-Germain 0. It's absolutely brilliant first half.
We actually need a medic because he's almost had a heart attack twice with the 2 goals with him.
So off we go, 2-0 to Newcastle, Almiron and Burn. Of all of the front players for PSG, the only one who's played in consistent positions been Dembele. He stayed wide on the right, but there's been a bit of interchanging between Mbappe and Ramos. Kolo Muani as well. Here's Trippier, that's a lovely ball. 33 for Longstaff, oh, it's in! Sean Longstaff! Another Geordie boy with a big goal in the Champions League, and they are living the dream tonight. Astonishing night in the Champions League. Will there be any kind of response from Paris Saint-Germain? Zaire Emery can lift it in, and there's the opportunity, and there's one back. Lucas Hernandez, and they do score the next goal in the match, and PSG have given themselves a lifeline now. Dembele in behind them, Dembele free for the first time tonight, and he's disappointed. Because that was a really good opportunity to him. Still waiting for his first goal since signing from Barcelona, and Enrique disappointed with that. 5 minutes to go.
They've been waiting a long time for it.
It's sloppy from Skriniar. Murphy, though, gives it away. still life in Paris Saint-Germain, especially this fella, Kylian Mbappe. Wants to make an angle for the shot, pulls it back, Vitinha! Powerfully over. Cher was in there sharply as he has been all night. Here's Murphy. Cher's going to shoot! Oh my word! Simply sensational from Fabian Cher! Gallowgate end of St James's Park! The perfect end to a perfect Champions League night!
That's it now!
You don't need me to tell you. Newcastle United have done it, and done it in spectacular fashion. First Champions League victory for more than 20 years. They will talk about tonight for years to come. The night they beat Paris Saint-Germain by 4 goals to 1.
What a moment. Don't stand on that pitch. Stay out there for as long as you can. Stay out there and soak this up, because this is the type of night you don't get many to stay with you for the rest of your career.
I'm overjoyed. An amazing experience, absolutely delighted with the result, and I think for me it's about these two lads and what they've managed to experience tonight. It's just incredible.
Where do I start? I mean, that was easily the best game I've ever been to. What a display they put on. That was certainly one of the most biggest atmospheres I've ever been to as well. I just can't really process what happened. It was just unbelievable.
2 local lads scored the goals, so it's really good to see Geordies show what we're about.
And actually see Dan Burns score tonight as well, you just never ever thought you'd see the day. I deserve it, deserve every bit of it. Fair play to all those players, every single one deserves it tonight.
It's like a dream. It's like I'm waiting for someone to wake us up. But ever since I came here, it just seemed to go on like a sort of upward trajectory, and you're waiting for sort of the bubble to pop. But we've got a great group, and I think what the gaffer's done, the philosophy he's brought in, the lads want to work hard for each other every day.
Quick one, Dan, before we let you go. You're top of the group.
Yes,
group of
sounds
death.
good, sounds
Everyone
good.
said, look, this is, wow, what a shame. Nice for you to come anyway. Wow, can you believe that?
No, I can't. Yeah, obviously we said the home games will be the ones that will be able to go and attack. I know we've got Dortmund next, which will be, again, another tough game. I can't even believe I've seen we're playing Dortmund next, to be honest. Yeah, just excited.